I like to say that the books have outlived the rumor of their own death, because there is something about holding a book physically, and there's this intentionality behind people who want to support and be in independent bookstores, no matter where they are.
As our modern world marches on, technology has changed the landscape of the everyday objects we use. Keyboards are deleting pen and paper. We check our cell phones instead of a wall clock. But no matter what devices come along, people like Brianne Van Rennen will never close the chapter on books. Sure, Kindles and audiobooks have put a damper on Dewey's Decimal System in recent years, but Brianne says there's nothing like holding a paperback in your hands, and that's why she started Lark Books in Lubbock.
I think part of it is just that physicality of being able to engage personally, being able to write in a book, being able to make it your own. Beyond that, though, I think that there is this subconscious understanding that when you pick up a book physically, you're not just picking up pages, you are engaging with and you are reading a piece of someone's soul.
Brianne stocks her little brick bookstore on Broadway Street with everything from Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet to Home is Where the Eggs Are by Molly Yeh. But the titles she's most proud of aren't the books she's ordered, it's the ones she's helped bring to life. Lark Books goes above and beyond to share stories you may not find at your typical big city store.
When I built Lark Books, I saw it as 3 tiers, right? The bookstore to create the community and the readers, engage with readers, and the publishing side to be able to break down barriers into publishing, but it's still a very expensive endeavor. And to truly be able to break down that final barrier and bring stories to those that would not otherwise be able to afford it is the Lark Books Fund. And so that provides programming and resources and funding for voices from historically unserved communities and minority voices. Gotta talk about your launch.
That is approaching quickly.
Yeah.
The Lark Books Fund has been able to assist dozens of local authors, like James Villanueva, in their writing endeavors. By providing help in all aspects of publishing, from editing to cover design to financing, Brianne has been able to give a voice to the otherwise voiceless and provide a space for everyone to share their story, no matter their background.
Perfect.
There we go. And I think that night, you'll be there that night also. We're not taught to dream big in Lubbock, Texas. We're taught that those dreams live somewhere else. I just decided one day to sit down, write the book, see what was out there, and then before I knew it, I started getting offers, but the more I talked to Brianne and the more I understood that she understood the process and she knew book publishing, I said, you know what, I'm gonna go with you. The reason people don't know about Lubbock is because we're not telling our stories. It's our job to tell our own stories and not let New York own our stories, not let Hollywood own our stories. It's our job to own our stories.
While Lark Books opened just a few years ago, its impact has changed the community of Lubbock forever. Not only has it provided a space for fellow bookworms to explore new worlds, but a space for the citizens of Lubbock to share their stories. And while many claim that Lark Books feels like an escape from the reality of the West Texas city, Brianne Van Rennen is fighting to ensure that people that welcomed her with open arms feel just as supported as she does.
When people come into the shop, usually for the first time I see this, just the jaw drop, and I just giggle a little bit. I'm like, that's just my favorite reaction. And then usually the next thing that they say is, wow, I don't feel like I'm in Lubbock anymore. This is amazing. And my response to that is always, thank you, that's a wonderful compliment. But you are in Lubbock. This is Lubbock. And to be able to inject some of that into the community as well, of give ourselves some credit, you know, we're building things here and we're embracing things, and this is Lubbock.